Because the world is so interconnected, because it's becoming so complex, and the issues and the problems that we're dealing with today, it's such a chaotic landscape around us, right? Whether you look economically with the changes that are happening, and there's no clear economic world order anymore. Things are changing, and the shifting center of gravity towards east, towards China, towards and trying to figure out where we fit in the middle. There is shifts in the delays that are happening in us coming together to solve problems related to climate change. We are so far behind in addressing any of the sustainable development goals or attaining them. Only 15% of them will be attained in time, and we're lagging behind on that. The world is it's warmer and warmer, and we don't have the right solutions and in place. Continuing to consume the same way, we're continuing to produce the same way, we're continuing to use waste in the same way and dump it. So I think there is a lot of factors that are calling for us to come together, bring very creative minds and various minds to work together. I think today, with the private sector dealing with issues like disrupted supply chains, huge issues of financing and monetary tightening, looking at blended finance, you need to start to bring in a lot of the young energy and solutions, and maybe we can do a lot of internships. Building, as I said, case studies is very critical. Have a center here, endowments to address that are targeting particular issues that the private sector is dealing with. Just upskilling, reskilling, working, collaborating, research, financing, and hopefully funding some research around the topics that we care about, but also focusing on impact and on a better understanding of this whole topic of impact. And that's not something that necessarily I think universities have. We don't see a graduate that's coming in thinking of impact in the real world, impact on the environment, impact on the economy, impact on the society, impact on the community. And these are the measures that we now have to deliver on. We have to comply, but we also have to create value within. I think we need to start to focus on endowments more, bringing some of those challenges to be research, to do research and bring in students from various disciplines to work on them. And that's one aspect that's very important. I think realizing the importance of the upskilling and reskilling of our own employees, but how do you bring them in so they come back into more integrated programs, so it becomes a valuable experience. It's a two-way. So how do we add value, but then also how can we use some of the resources that a university of the magnitude of AUC offers, for instance. It's like most of the leaders in this country have graduated from this university, and I'm proud to get an alumni from 1984. So continuing to build bridges, volunteering, partnering in various ways around research projects, around issues. I think to continue to do a lot of exchanges and also coming to talk to the faculty. And I think it's really important because it's a big challenge and change to try to change the mindset and the culture within academia, within a university. We do that in the workplace, where we start from having a clear vision of where we want to go, sets clear KPIs, and it comes from tops down, and then we will work with the employees to try to upskill and reskill so everyone sees the purpose, sees the value, and become part of it's a value system and how you create that. And I think similarly, we need to work on how that can also be translated into the universities and the deans and various deans. And I'm very honored to Dr. Sharif Kemal and his vision for the business school here. And he's always reaching out to work with private sector, with different companies, and bring them in and to share their perspectives and views. So I look forward to doing more of that. So, one of the reasons I'm here is absolutely the gap we have in the market between the demand and the supply in terms of professionals, having professionals, skilled professionals that can come in and help in solving some of those transitions and transformations companies and corporations are going through. So they need to put on the hat of, I'm a chief sustainability officer. I need to be a strategist. I also need to have some technical perspective. I need to be a cheerleader. I need to be able to go and create a lot of awareness and share some of that knowledge. Also have to build research systems in place so that we can benchmark, we can monitor, we can set KPIs, and we can report back and continue to refine our processes and our product development and how we consume, how we produce, and just thinking creatively with all of our heads of businesses. There's a lot that is required, and to have teams that we don't have, it's too nascent, it's too new, I think, in the market, and we don't have the skill set. So we're working on trying to create and build and invest time in mentoring and coaching, working with the university here and others to make sure that we have a new generation that is better equipped and better qualified.